we're looking at paradox question 8 from Logical Reasoning by Type 2. So 8. Birds startled by potential predators generally try to take cover in nearby vegetation. Yet, many birds that feed at bird feeders placed in suburban gardens are killed when, thus startled, they fly away from the vegetation in the gardens and into the window panes of nearby houses. Which one of the following, if true, must explain the anomalous behavior of the birds? Okay, so again, we're looking for two opposites that are going to come together and have an answer that makes sense. We're looking for a way to bring those together. So the two opposites that we're trying to come to terms with are birds, when startled, they want to fly into the vegetation. But the birds that are feeding in the bird feeders in the gardens, instead of running to vegetation, they fly away from it and into the window panes. So whatever our answer is, it's going to address both of those. All right, A. Predator attacks are as likely to occur at bird feeders surrounded by dense vegetation as they are feeders surrounded by little or no vegetation. Again, we're not really understanding why they would choose to fly into a window pane when startled. Like, that may be true, but that's not bringing together our two ideas. B. The bird feeders in some, at least one, suburban gardens are placed at a considerable distance from the houses. If anything, that wouldn't confirm why they were flying into the window panes if the houses were so far away. C. Large birds are as likely as small birds to fly into the window panes. Okay. Again, how are we getting the idea of they normally should be flying to the vegetation, but they're choosing to fly to window panes? Or not, so this can't be our answer. Most of the birds startled while feeding at bird feeders placed in suburban gardens are startled by loud noises rather than predators. Maybe, but would that explain why when startled by a loud noise, they would choose to fly into a window pane as opposed to flying to the vegetation? Mm-mm. The window panes of many houses clearly reflect surrounding vegetation. So this is bringing together why that they would normally fly to vegetation, so they're seeing it in the window, and why instead they're going to window panes because they're thinking that it's more vegetation, but it's not. So the answer is E.